Episode 14, The Point of Mandatory Return. Sloshing the last of his 3 canteens, Jeffries watched his sergeants inspect their squads to make sure no one was out of water. Damn, but these were good men. But being good men wasn't enough. How in the hell were they making the doctors and his men keep up this insane pace? The next break would have to be the last. Catch them or not, heading back was mandatory at that point. Already they would be out of water long before they made it back, and if they lost their trail returning, they were dead men. Coming out, they'd left a clear trail, but how long that trail lasted no one knew. That worried him. He guessed that the light wind blowing across their trail would take weeks to wipe it out, but that was a guess. If the wind picked up, how long would that trail stay there? They had to have better means of navigating this desert if they had to do this again. He put his canteen away. Just then his top call, platoon. Forward. March. From the front of the column right on time. Though tired, everyone started forward on command without complaint. They were damn good men. Quick step. March, came right on time, but hearing, platoon, halt, 2 minutes later spiked his blood with terror. Fighting back a panic, Jeffries rushed forward, all the while the men he passed grimly pulled out their lances at the unexpected stop. "What is it, Top?" he asked on reaching the front. "There, just ahead. That discoloration. I don't like it," he said in a tight, low voice. Jeffries didn't see it, but trusted his top. "Squad 2, right flank. Squad 4, left flank," he called out, giving the command. "Ready," called back Squad 2 in seconds. Another 10 seconds passed before he heard, "Ready," from Squad 4. Jeffries bellowed at the top of his voice, "Squads. By the numbers, even and odd, 1. Half the men in each squad took 3 steps forward, weapons at the ready, including his top. There they stopped and squatted down, ready to spring in any direction, just as he trained them. 2. Jeffries yelled and moved forward 6 steps. Now he could see a slightly darker line ahead of them. 1, he called out and the first half moved, again getting 3 steps ahead of them. 2, he moved forward. That blur was straight. A road? He'd assume so. Platoon. Halt. Squad 3, check out that road. 2 and 4, cover them. Squad 3 ran past him, some waving their staffs, others with javelins ready to throw. It was sloppy, with none showing their normal precision in drill. "Dress that line," his top barked, just as Jeffries thought that. Good man that, probably best in the Legion. Jeffries had tried over and over to beat into their head, with primitive weapons, you had to move together or be picked off. The men pulled to a stop. "It's made of bricks," called out the sergeant of Squad 3. "I'm standing next to where they left the sand," he said next. Jeffries joined him. The bricks were rectangles, not as long as his forearm and roughly as wide as his hand spread wide, and polished smooth. As he watched, the sand that had been on his shoes and fell onto the road, moved to the edge of the road. "Top, send men 50 meters each way to take up guard. See if they see a sign of which direction they took our people." Jeffries kept his sigh to himself. This was it. They could go no further. Letting out his breath slowly, he said, "Everyone else, 10-minute rest break, and then we head back to the gate." Grabbing a handful of sand, he squatted down and started dribbling it on the road and watched the grain slowly move to the side as if being vibrated. Touching the brick, he felt no vibration. But a self-cleaning road was a sure sign of some type of advanced civilization. "This changes things," said his top, kneeling down next to him and watching the sand move off the road. Jeffries looked at him, wondering what prompted the comment. His top was a man of few words. The man said nothing more about it, so he replied, "It certainly does. More than we can even guess at the moment. That will have to be decided by someone above my pay grade. I want measurements of how big the bricks are and how wide the road is before we head back. Yes, sir, his top said, not sounding as sure of himself as he usually did.